Today we are learning to draw the histopathology diagram of radicular cyst. Theory part in detail we have learned in another video. Please visit that video first before coming here. Let's start drawing. We need hematoxylin, eosin and lead pencil. We very well know that there are three components to a cyst. One is the lumen, the epithelial lining and the connective tissue part. So let's draw the outline for the epithelium. So let's draw outer lining like that, and we know that it's highly proliferative epithelium in radicular cyst. So we shall draw epithelium like this, another line. Then we have to draw the arcades. We shall draw such areas inside the epithelium to show the arcading. Now in my previous video I have told that the arcading is seen because of the proliferation of epithelium into the connective tissue, and when the sections are cut tangentially you may see the entrapment of connective tissue and see the arcades or see such spaces inside the epithelium. That's one theory. The other one possibly is that the epithelium proliferates so much into the connective tissue because of the cystic fluid accumulation and the pressure inside the cystic lumen, that in the epithelium lack of nutrition will happen, leading to degeneration of the epithelium in spaces like this, leading to microcyst formation, and all these microcysts fuse together to form such punctuated areas in the epithelium. So let's just leave it at that. Now we shall start drawing the epithelial cells. So we shall just draw cells in between these cystic spaces. As we know that this is 6 to 10 layers of epithelium, 6 to 20 to 50 cell layers in the epithelium. Once we finish drawing all the epithelial cells, we shall start drawing the nucleus inside, for which we need hematoxylin pencil. Okay, now we are done with the nucleus drawing of all the cells in the epithelium. This is not a surface epithelium, so we will not be seeing the proper stratification, though it is called a stratified epithelium. We won't be seeing stratification that we see in the squamous epithelium. However, the desmosomal junctions are there, and they are quite, the epithelium itself is edematous, and we'll be seeing they're all loosely packed, and hence leading to all the cystic changes that we see. We draw the connective tissue now. I'll be doing the collagen fibers, and we have to draw the blood vessels, and very important feature, we have to draw the cholesterol clefts, the needle-like structures inside the connective tissue. These are cholesterol crystals which are dissolved during processing, and they leave spaces like this, and they are called as cholesterol clefts. Now we shall draw, we shall just fill the ground substance with the edge of the pencil, leaving out the lumen that we have drawn empty. Now we'll do the bony trabeculae, the resorbing bone, and draw the osteocytes in between. Whatever components that we have learned in the theory part, we will just fill them up in this drawing. So it will be very easy if you have seen that video and then you come to this video to learn to draw. and bony trabeculae, they are mineralized. You'll be seeing slightly bluish coloration too. We'll do the osteocytes. Then we shall draw the collagen fibers more prominently. This is the connective tissue wall. So it is trying to wall off the toxins here. So we'll be seeing the fibrocollagenous stroma and vascularity too. Then we will do the fibroblasts. Okay, and then we'll make nucleus in all of these. And we'll make nucleus on the endothelial wall. And then the part that is left are the inflammatory cells, the most important component of the connective tissue in radicular cyst are the inflammatory cells. They are either aggregates or diffusely placed. So we shall just fill up lot of inflammatory cells in the stroma. You can do 1 or 2 plasma cells. There will be many plasma cells, just so that you know that there are plasma cells. I will draw few plasma cells with eosinophilic cytoplasm and eccentrically placed nucleus. Right? Then we will also do few unique characteristic features that we see in such inflammatory cysts. Those are the Russell bodies close to any plasma cell. So we will draw plasma cell and draw the Russell bodies. And we can draw 1 or 2 giant cells near the cholesterol clefts, right, like this, because these are foreign body giant cells that have come to dissolve the cholesterol crystals. So these are the giant cells. And we can also draw the feature that we see in the epithelium. Those are the Rushton bodies or the hyaline bodies. So these are the hairpin shaped structures like this. Okay, so these are this. And now we shall fill these spaces in the epithelium with degenerating tissues, and in some we will be having connective tissue components too. The broken down epithelial cells, cell debris, we will be seeing inside these areas, and we will be drawing the nucleus for blood vessels and fibroblasts, and we will be drawing the inflammatory cells too. Next we can do take an orange pencil and fill up these blood vessels with RBCs. Just like this. Eosin stain itself will show different coloration to different tissues, such as basement membrane and all the connective tissue components. It will stain pink eosin color, and RBCs and all will take up orangish stain. So this is the beauty of eosin stain. Now I think this completes the drawing of cyst. We can draw the cystic content a little like this. Sometimes we do see the inflammatory cells inside the cystic lumen. There is transmigration of inflammatory cells even in the epithelium, so we can draw that. Of course, here they are there, and inflammatory cells in the lumen. And sometimes we do see some cholesterol crystals in the lumen, so we will be seeing them as cholesterol clefts in the histopathology section. So it's just that we will start labeling radicular cyst. So this is radicular cyst histopathology. This is the cystic lumen. This is the proliferating epithelium. epithelial lining, showing arcading pattern. This is the connective tissue wall. Inside that we have blood vessels, cholesterol, clefts, we have giant cells, we have Russell bodies, which are the eosinophilic refractal bodies, gamma globulins coming from plasma cells. We have inflammatory cells, abundant inflammatory cells, then we have resorbing bone, then another important structure in the epithelium is the hyaline bodies. Where shall we label them? Okay, we will try to label it here. Rushton bodies or hyaline body. This is radicular cyst. I'll be giving you a closer look of radicular cystic lining, connective tissue, cholesterol clefts and all the components and the cystic lumen. And these are the labelings that you need to do for this drawing. Hope you all liked it. Please share and subscribe. Please leave your comment on the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Next, I will be meeting you with another histopathology drawing. Till then, see you all. Stay safe. Bye.